But whenever you read a soil test and someone tells you should apply this much phosphorus because the soil test says this, what I tell people is, how do you know you need to apply that? How does that soil test lab know they need to apply that? Because they haven't done a calibration study that I'm aware of. It is not easy to find data like this. This is a calibration study. So if you just took all these lines and instead of ET, 20, 40, 60, and 80, 100% ET, you put on there 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pounds of potassium, and then you see these lines separate out, that tells me that I need to apply X amount of potassium to result in a certain quality turf grass. I'm calibrating this particular plant to an amount of potassium required to maintain a certain quality turf. We do the same thing with soil tests. We have to do a calibration so that we can tell the end user, this is how much you need to apply, because applying this much isn't enough. And this is what I say is lacking in the turfgrass literature, lacking in the soil test literature. We don't have calibrations for soil testing and nutrients. We have some, but we generally don't do this because they're very difficult to do. Why? Because we don't always deal with turf grasses that are actually deficient in potassium. In this case, you can artificially create a deficient water scenario by covering the turf. That's what they did with the rainout shelter. They covered it and they created a deficient scenario. You can't do that with soil nutrition. You can't do that with soil potassium. You have to find a soil that happens to be deficient and then go out and do a calibration study on it. And so you just don't see that frequently in the literature. And because of that, I don't have that much confidence in recommending nutrients from a soil test value. But yet every soil test report goes out has the same stuff. Apply so many pounds of P, so many pounds of K. You should apply so many pounds of manganese or magnesium or whatever. Well, they don't know how much they should apply. They haven't done a calibration study on that. It drives me insane.